Okay, so today we're going deep on this guy, Get Gloomy.
Jan Gloomy.
Or just Gloomy as he seems to prefer. He's a music creator,
Yeah.
but,
He's much more than that.
it's not just about the tunes with this guy. There's like a whole
philosophy.
Yeah.
A whole approach to life tied into his creative work.
Yeah, and we've got a pretty good spread of source material to work with here.
Oh, yeah, we do.
We've got his YouTube channel.
Of course, that's kind of the central hub in a way.
For sure.
For a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, and he's even got this whole video guide.
Like a how-to.
Yeah, basically like how to use Gloomy's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And we've got the transcript of that video and the MP4, the video file itself.
Yep.
We've got a blog post.
Corresponding blog post.
Yeah, on his website, Message from One.
It mirrors the video pretty closely.
Yeah, basically the same content.
Yeah, so if you prefer reading to watching, he's got you covered.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, of course, the music itself. Over on SoundCloud.
Yeah, he's e-Gloomy-nations over there.
Yep.
So, our mission with this deep dive is to really try to understand,
unpack it.
Yeah, how does Gloomy intend for you, the listener, to engage with all of this stuff? It's a lot.
It is.
And it's not straightforward.
Not at all.
Yeah, where do we even begin?
Well, he actually gives you a choice right up front.
Oh, he does?
On his YouTube channel, he lays out these two very distinct paths.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Darkness to light.
Yeah.
And light to darkness.
Interesting names.
Right.
So what's the first one, darkness to light?
So that one involves starting at the beginning.
Okay, way back in the archives.
Exactly, with his oldest videos.
Okay.
And he's very upfront about the music from that era. He straight up calls it bad.
Outright bad.
His words.
Yeah, he's not pulling any punches there.
No, he's not.
So, what's the deal there?
Well, he basically says,
you can't handle it.
If the music's not your thing,
right?
That's fine.
Focus on something else.
The captions.
The captions.
He actually emphasizes that the captions of these old videos contain,
important stuff.
Crucial insights for daily life. He's serious about this.
Yeah.
He wants you to, really read them.
Wow.
Think about them. Apply them to your life.
Even if the music is.
He even says you can scroll forward as needed to get to the good stuff.
So it's less about the audio and more about the words.
In a way, yeah.
Wow, that's a very unusual approach for a musician.
It is.
What do you make of that?
I think it's really interesting.
Yeah.
I think it suggests that he sees value in the process.
Yeah.
Even when the final product maybe wasn't quite there yet.
Yeah, even back then he had something to share.
Exactly.
Maybe the music was rough around the edges.
Man.
But the idea.
The ideas were already there.
Yeah.
And he found a way to express them through the captions.
Fascinating.
Right.
Okay, so that's darkness to light.
Yeah.
What about light to darkness?
Okay, so this one flips the script.
Okay.
You start with his newest videos.
The most recent stuff.
Yep. And these are
more polished, presumably.
Oh, yeah. Musically, they're much more refined.
Okay.
He's come a long way as a musician.
Yeah, and these newer videos are mostly
autobiographical.
So you get to see his journey.
Kind of chronologically, yeah. From Gloomer to Gloomy.
Okay, so he had a different name before.
Sort of, yeah. Gloomer seems to represent
earlier version?
A darker version of himself.
Interesting.
So on this light to darkness path, you're basically moving backwards in time.
As you scroll down.
Exactly.
But there's a catch.
There is.
He warns about this.
He does.
What does he say?
He says, be prepared for a heavy and dark experience.
Wow.
It's a pretty stark warning.
It is.
So even though the music is better, the themes
might be more challenging.
Maybe even disturbing for some listeners.
Huh.
Yeah.
So it's like a trade-off. Better music, but potentially heavier subject matter.
It seems like it.
It really makes you think about his personal journey.
Yeah, how has his life shaped his art?
And how is he trying to share that journey with us?
Right.
It's a very deliberate choice he's giving us.
It is.
Darkness to light or light to darkness.
Two very different ways to experience his work.
Yeah, I'm really curious about this Gloomer to Gloomy thing.
Yeah, he definitely highlights this transformation.
He does.
It's a pivotal moment.
But a turning point.
Exactly. And he even points to a specific event.
What was it?
In 2018, he watched this documentary about the law of attraction.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's a pretty popular concept.
Like positive thoughts attract positive experiences.
That's the basic idea.
Yeah.
And he says this documentary was life-changing for him.
Wow.
He calls it a turning point for his dark version, Gloomer.
So this is what inspired him to become gloomy.
It seems like it, yeah.
And even includes a link to the documentary.
He does.
In his video descriptions.
Yeah, so you can check it out for yourself.
I might just do that.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating how he's so transparent about this.
It is.
Like, this is a key influence on me.
Yeah, here's where you can find it.
Exactly.
It's almost like he's inviting us to understand his evolution.
It seems that way.
Okay, so we've got these two paths.
Yeah.
Darkness to light, light to darkness.
Two different journeys.
But there's also this whole other layer.
Right, the playlists.
Yeah, he really emphasizes those.
He does.
So what's the deal with the playlists?
So beyond just his videos in chronological order, he's curated all these themed playlists.
And the range of topics is
huge.
It's massive.
Yeah, it's incredible. You name it, he's probably got a playlist about it.
Yeah, seriously.
Philosophy, psychology, symbols, signs, religion.
Okay, pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah, but then he's got love and unity, well-being.
Okay, so more positive stuff too.
Absolutely.
But then he also gets into some pretty controversial areas.
He does.
Conspiracy theories, mind control. I mean, that's
venturing into some pretty fringe territory.
Yeah, it is.
But he doesn't shy away from it.
No, he doesn't.
He's got playlists about happiness, environmental issues.
Okay.
The Matrix.
The Matrix?
Spiritual awareness technology.
Wow.
Quantum mechanics.
Quantum mechanics?
Aliens.
Aliens.
It's all over the map.
It is.
And then, of course, he's got playlists for his music, too.
Right.
Remixes, autobiographical stuff. Free promo mixes.
Full albums, DJ sets.
Yep. It's all there.
It's like he's saying, there are many ways to experience my work.
Yeah, exactly.
You can go chronologically.
Darkness to light, a light to darkness.
Or you can dive into specific themes.
Use the playlists.
Yeah, it's a very structured approach.
It is.
It's like he's giving us a map.
To his mind.
To his world.
Right.
So how do we make sense of all of this?
Well, he actually gives us a tool.
Okay.
The search function.
On YouTube.
Yeah, that little magnifying glass.
Okay.
He says you can enter any keyword. Yeah, and prepare for one aha moment after another.
Wow. That's a bold claim.
It is.
But it's also very empowering.
It is.
Like he's saying, no matter what you're interested in, I've got something for you.
Yeah, you'll find something relevant in my channel.
That's pretty cool.
It is.
And he's not just putting this stuff out there and walking away.
No, he's very engaged with his audience.
Yeah. He actively encourages feedback.
He wants to hear from you.
He wants to know how his channel has impacted you.
What aha moments you've had.
It's like a dialogue.
It is.
A two-way conversation.
Yeah, he's not just broadcasting, he's listening too.
Which is great.
It is.
It shows that he cares.
About his audience.
About the impact of his work.
Right.
And for those who want to go even deeper.
He's got the blog.
The message from one blog.
Yeah.
And again, he provides a link.
Always makes it easy to find.
Yeah, right in the YouTube video descriptions.
Yeah.
And the stated goal of this blog.
It's pretty ambitious.
It's a huge claim.
Yeah, he aims to help you transform yourself.
Into a superhuman. That's a pretty lofty goal.
It is.
But it definitely fits with everything else we've seen.
Yeah, it's all about personal growth.
Expanding your consciousness.
Breaking free from limitations.
And the content on the blog reflects that.
Oh, yeah.
It's a wide range of topics.
He's got the YouTube usage guide there.
Okay, so that's familiar territory.
Yeah, but then he branches out.
Into some really interesting areas.
Like communicating with absolute consciousness.
Okay, that's pretty out there.
It is.
And then he's got this post arguing that kindness is not enough.
Interesting take.
It is.
And then another one exploring why suffering is good.
Suffering is good.
From a metaphysical perspective.
Okay, so we're getting into some deep philosophical waters here.
Definitely.
And then he's got a whole collection of tracks by this artist, Mario Mathey.
The Synth God collection.
Ode to Mario Mathey.
Yeah, it seems like he's a big fan.
And maybe an influence. It's cool that he's highlighting other artists.
Yeah, it shows he's not just about himself.
Yeah, he's part of a community.
And then there are posts about love and devotion.
Okay.
The transformative power of those things.
And then there's this one.
All caps.
Metal music brings you closer to the light.
Pretty emphatic statement.
It is.
Especially coming from an electronic music guy.
Yeah, you'd think he'd be all about the synths and beats.
You would.
But it shows that he's open to different genres.
Different forms of expression.
Yeah, maybe it's not about the specific type of music.
Maybe it's about the emotional impact.
The power to move you.
To connect you to something deeper.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then there's this guest essay.
By E.H. Jansen.
Unraveling Dimensions.
An exploration of reality shifting through the lens of Gloomy's experiences.
Okay, so now we're getting into some really esoteric stuff.
We are.
Reality shifting.
Yeah. That's a whole other rabbit hole.
It is.
But it's fascinating that he is exploring these concepts.
Yeah, and he's brought in someone else to share their perspective.
It adds another layer to the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like he's curating this multidimensional experience.
It is.
And then there are posts about hearing voices from a spiritual perspective.
Okay.
Frequencies change matter. Think positive.
Very concise statement.
Yeah.
And then involuntary reality warping, unraveling the threads of unintended shifts.
Gloomy's story.
So personal anecdotes, maybe?
Yeah, it seems like he's drawing on his own experiences.
To illustrate these concepts.
Yeah, it's a really rich tapestry.
It is.
The YouTube channel, the blog.
All interconnected.
And then, of course, there's the music itself.
Right, we can't forget about that.
Yeah, we've talked about the YouTube playlists.
Yeah.
But his main musical outlet is...
SoundCloud.
Yeah, e-Gloomy-nations.
Yep, and his profile description over there.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it starts with this quote.
As if the madness exceeds one's own absorption capacity.
That's a mouthful.
It is.
But it definitely sets a tone.
Yeah, like be prepared for some intense stuff.
Exactly.
And then it goes on to talk about this journey.
From darkness to light.
We've heard that before.
Yeah, it's a recurring theme.
But then it gets even deeper.
It does.
It talks about how once you've reached the light,
once you've achieved a certain level of understanding,
you can then venture back into the darkness.
But from a place of knowledge.
From a place of power.
Yeah, unlike those who are innocent, unsuspecting, naive.
Who are more vulnerable.
To manipulation, to getting lost in the darkness.
Wow. So it's not about avoiding the darkness.
No, it's about understanding it.
About being prepared.
About having the tools to navigate it.
I really like that.
Yeah, it's a powerful message.
And the SoundCloud profile also mentions that back in 2007,
yeah,
his music was described as
dark dance.
Dance floor food with a punk attitude.
Interesting.
It is.
It's like a glimpse into his earlier sound.
Yeah, and it connects with that heavy and dark experience he talks about.
In the light to darkness path on YouTube.
Yeah, like that thread has always been there.
Even as his music has evolved.
So the SoundCloud page is like a hub.
It is?
It links to the free promo mixes on his blog and to his Bandcamp page for high-quality downloads.
Yeah, he makes it easy to find everything.
And there's even an invitation to send in your music.
For potential airplay on Radio Bullet.
Radio Bullet.
It's not clear exactly what that is.
But it's cool that he's supporting other artists.
Yeah, it's a community thing.
And his recent activity on SoundCloud shows he's still going strong.
Oh, yeah, and various individual tracks.
All we can do is dance, kindness is not enough.
Directly referencing his blog content and collaborations, remixes, full-length albums.
The guy is prolific.
He is.
A creative machine.
So to sum it all up,
yeah,
we've got this guy, Jan Gloomy.
Gloomy.
He's a musician.
But he's so much more than that.
He's a philosopher, a curator of experiences.
And he's laid out these two paths for us.
Darkness to light, light to darkness. Two different ways to approach his work.
And he's given us all these tools.
Playlists, search function.
A blog, a SoundCloud page.
He's holding nothing back.
It's all there for us to explore.
To learn from.
To be challenged by.
To be transformed by.
So the question is,
what path will you choose?
Came from the streets where everyone's meat. Guns in the night put you under a sheet. Can't love no one cause he's on the run. Sleeps in the alleys, wakes by the sun. Listen to the sirens, thinking they're for me. It's a lonely life for Grandmaster B. Yes, a lonely life for Grandmaster B. Yeah! And now, you may take me.
Thank you.
No problem.